Good afternoon. This is Carmen McPhail from United Country Lifestyle Properties, Maine, and I am standing at 201 McBurney Road in Presque Isle. The house behind me is a 4 to 5 bedroom, 1.5 bath farmhouse that has a huge eat-in kitchen and plenty of room for everybody. On this side, you see that it has a 2-car garage. It also has a utility garage and it has a workshop. So we'll go in and take a look. We are not going to go into the basement. I will have pictures of everything online, but the basement is only 5 feet tall and I'm actually 5'2". So we're not going to go down there because I don't like to do things when I'm like this. So let's go in and take a look at the house and then we'll talk about the outside. As you can see, there's a great covered porch here. Good for grilling, good for hanging out and enjoying the sunsets, which will be to your west that way. It's a great place to just, relax. So we're gonna head inside. As with most farmhouses, this one is set up so that you walk right into the kitchen. There is a large pantry here, which also has a second refrigerator in it currently. I'd probably put my deep freeze in there and not worry about having 2 refrigerators, but that's just me. And then when you head over this way, there's a convenient half bath. And then this is the way you go down to the basement. Just so you know, there is a hot water baseboard furnace down there. And currently it is not functioning because we had a freeze up here over the winter, but the seller is working on getting that taken care of. So that's not something that you're gonna have to worry about. Also, down there is the hot water heater and utilities, and there is a couple of places that need some attention in the foundation. The kitchen is not a large kitchen, but it is an eating kitchen. There is an area big enough for a good sized table. I believe that this dishwasher does not function, but I'm not positive. I will check that and put it in the comments below somewhere. These are original to the house, I believe, or somebody made a good replica. They're nice pine cabinets. I think they're adorable. Some people would rip them out and throw them away and put new ones in. If it belongs to you, you get to do that. It does have an electric stove. And as you can see, there's a double door refrigerator as well as the single door refrigerator that's in the pantry. Just thought I'd mention, in case you hadn't noticed them, the washer and the dryer are right here in the kitchen area, which is extremely convenient when you're busy and you have small children, especially, not to have to run up and down stairs, or to be able to cook and do laundry and do all of those things all at the same time, because you can hear the washer and dryer when they go off. Also behind me are the back stairs to the second floor. I'm not going to use them. I prefer the front stairs. Us old people. That's how we are. So I'm standing here where the wood stove is. I'm sure originally this was the dining room. You can use it as a family room. You could use it as a dining room if you'd like. The house is plenty large enough to decide what you want to do with each space. There are 2,100 square feet in this house. So, we're going to see a few more rooms and you're going to go, oh, maybe I'd use that for something different. So let's take a look this way. We're going to go right into the living room. And this piece comes with the house. It's not technically built in, but I'm pretty sure it's too big to get out. So we'll go in the living room. The living room is pretty typical of an old farmhouse. It's not that big. This giant sectional actually makes room look a lot smaller than it is. There's plenty of room in here for a couch, a couple of chairs, put your television. So the final room on this floor is, they used it as a playroom. I would use it as an office. Has this nice glass door so you have some privacy, but you can see what's going on out there. And typical of an old house, the living room, this room, and the hallway coming from the formal entry all have wood floors, and they are not in terrible shape. They could easily be brought back to beauty. So for those of you who know me, you know that I love old houses. For those of you who don't know me, I love old houses. I live in an 1871 farmhouse myself, and I love all the nooks and crannies and the unique farmy things that happen in farmhouses. Utilitarian closets underneath the stairwell, cute little, storage places, made in the crook of the stairs before they go up around. It's just one of those things that makes me love farmhouses, along with the detailed woodwork and the love and care that you know was put into this when it was built. We're on the second floor now, and there's a small bedroom here that could be an office as well, if that's how you want to use it. There's also a bedroom here, and this bedroom they obviously used as some kind of either workspace or study space, because there is a giant built-in desk table, as well as a huge closet. Here at the top of the stairs, there's also this built-in 3-door closet with sliding doors. For some reason, they're not sliding today. This room, great space for a playroom. You have to walk through it to get to the bathroom, no matter which side of the house you're on. So, you know, I really wouldn't put a bed in here, but it's a great play space. Could be a great study space, could be a great craft area. So, and it does have its own closet also. And then right off here is the bathroom. This is the one full bathroom in the house, has an old-fashioned tub, but it also does have a shower head. So this is bedroom number 3. It's on the other side of the playroom, and it actually leads into another bedroom, and you're like, oh, you can't have tandem bedrooms. But that bedroom actually has access to the back stairs that we talked about earlier. So technically, it's fine to call this a bedroom. We are in bedroom number 4. Obviously, they used this as a child's room. Cute little bed that has, on one end of it, there's stairs to go up, and then there's a slide to get back down. You know, plenty of room in here if you want to put dressers in here, but it does have its own closet. And then, you know, you have this for maybe for your Lego village. We're going to head out and across the back stairs and into the master bedroom. We are in bedroom number 5, the master bedroom. I call this the master bedroom mainly because it's the biggest one, also because it has a closet here. It also has a second closet over there, and I'm not positive, but I think that you could probably fit half a bath in there so that you wouldn't have to worry about going through a bedroom or down the stairs to get to the bathroom. Or you could just take a little bit more of this space and put a bathroom in here. We are technically over the workshop, not over the rest of the house, because remember when I was in the kitchen, the stairs came out of the kitchen, up and around. You do have views out back, and it's got plenty of room. As you can see, they had 2 beds in here. For those of you who are not familiar with Presque Isle is a city of about 8,750 people. It is home to the University of Maine at Presque Isle and to Northern Maine Community College. It is a cute little city that has pretty much all the amenities, has a movie theater, it has a ski mountain, it has a great recreation department, which includes an indoor pool. It has a mall, which in the way of lots of malls is not at its peak right now, but it does have plenty of shopping. It does have a Martin's, a Walmart, a Lowe's. It has S.W. Collins Lumberyard. There's hardware stores. There's at least 2 grocery stores. There's plenty of places for you to shop and do what you need to do here. And Presque Isle also has its own airport. It also has its own hospital, which is Northern Maine A.R. Gould Memorial. So, Presque Isle has a lot to offer. And if you have other questions about Presque Isle and this surrounding area, this was where I lived for the first 18 years of my life. So it's a great place to grow up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Also, don't forget to look in the comments for different links to maps and the listing itself and other information that I've told you I would give you there. We're going to head out this way into the workshop and into what remains of the old barn, which is now a utility garage and then a car garage. We're in the workshop that's attached to the house. All these built-in benches, all these cupboards up on the wall give you plenty of storage. There's a workbench over here. There's a workbench over there. There's an actual old wood stove here. I don't know if it functions. It seems to be still in a chimney. You know, you could check that out. This is just below the master bedroom. So we're gonna head through this door and out into the garage and storage areas. This is the room that I referred to as the utility storage area. It does have a garage door to it. I'm not sure that it still functions, but it could easily be put back to function. And it would be a great place to put your lawn tractor, or, I mean, obviously you can store stuff here for building. And as far as I know, the building products that are here will stay with the house. The rest of this junk will be gone, I promise. The garage doors here in the attached two-car garage are the old-fashioned carriage house style. They open this way instead of going up or down. It does mean that you do have plenty of room to put a small car in here. It does also mean that it is not likely that your F-150 or F-250 pickup is going to fit. We are back outside here at 201 McBurney Road. Just wanted to point out that the lot lines are pretty much where that line of shrubbery is, all the way back to just before the white building that you see in the distance, which is a utility barn for a farmer, and then across, and we're going to go out back and take a look at the fenced-in area for the animals, as well as the little duck pond. As you can see, they had a little fenced area here, great for dogs. Not sure it would work for goats. It might, although goats can jump if they want to. You would definitely need to give them something to climb up on in order for them not to want to escape to find something higher. We've entered into this storage building, which actually, it's a barn. It has a dirt floor that is well packed. It has an area for chickens to go in and out. It has a lofted area where you can store other kind of feed, and it's got benches and stuff so that you can do what you need to do for your animals. So behind me, that bit of ice that you see is actually a little duck pond. It is on this property, and I'm sure that the ducks take full advantage of it when it's not iced. Guys, I've got to apologize. What I thought might be a hen house, what I thought might be a storage building, what I thought could possibly be a garden shack, is actually the cutest little studio I've ever seen. It's so cute. It's got electric down here for, and I don't know how, but it does. And you could set this up as an art studio. You could set this up as a kid's playhouse. This is awesome. Way more than I thought it was. So I want to thank you guys for coming on this tour of 201 McBurney Road with me today. This house is about 2,100 square feet. It has 5 bedrooms. It has 1.5 baths. The taxes on it are just about $2,200. The price on it is $169,900. Yes, it needs some work, but I'm not sure where you could find a house for 2,200 square feet for $169,900 that has 7.5 acres. Well, actually 7.6 acres, all of this, and this beautiful little find here of the studio house. Have a great day, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. If you have any questions on this house or would like to come see it, give me a call at 207-290-0371. Carmen McPhail with United Country Lifestyle Properties of Maine, and have a great day.